These are all baby orangutans. This one here is a baby orangutan we received only like 2 weeks ago.
Baby Rahayu was in critical condition when she arrived at the International Animal Rescue Center in West Kalimantan, Indonesia.
When she arrived here, she was very severely affected by malaria, and she was left deaf and blind.
Before she was dropped off here by local villagers, it's likely Rahayu was being held captive, separated from her family.
Every of these orangutans means at least one mother dead, because it's impossible to get a baby orangutan without killing the mother.
The mothers are often killed by poachers because the babies are more valuable on the international black market.
Here locally, maybe an orangutan is only 50,000 rupees, which is $5. In the international market, it can be up to $10,000.
Sanchez and her team provide refuge to babies that escape the trade, but her shelter is filling up fast. She says law enforcement needs to step up their fight against poachers in Indonesia. It's estimated that Indonesia loses about $80 million a year through the illegal trade of exotic animals. In spite of that, arrests are sparse. But that might be changing. In the last few years, the country has seen its first 2 successful prosecutions of wildlife traders. The most recent came this February, when a 26-year-old orangutan seller named Samsul was handed a 7-month prison sentence. It capped off months of research and collaboration between local law enforcement and the American-funded Wildlife Conservation Society. Their crime investigations often begin here, in the narrow alleyways of Jakarta's infamous animal markets.
2.000 aja, 2.000, 10 lembar.
Armed with cameras hidden in watches and keys, undercover investigators for the WCS's Wildlife Crimes Unit frequently visit the Pramuka animal market. Most vendors here legally sell animals like bats, lizards, and rabbits. For those looking for a more exotic pet, some offer endangered species like orangutans, rare parrots, and slow lorises.
The traders think that we are the buyers, so that's why we can close with traders. If we found protected wildlife in this market, we can inform this immediately to the forest rangers, and then ideally, forest rangers, they will come and then arrest traders from this market.
Unfortunately, this investigator says it's not always an ideal partnership. Sometimes, he says, corrupt officials give vendors a heads up so they can remove the animals before the cops arrive. Today, the investigator has spotted a few protected species, including this slow loris, which we were quickly asked to stop filming. The WCS investigator doesn't have the power to arrest anyone at this market, but that's not the point, he says. He hopes the information he gathers here will lead law enforcement to the large-scale operations and help take down other offenders like Samsul. Back in West Kalimantan, on the front lines of animal trafficking, bigger issues loom. Population growth and deforestation from palm oil plantations is shrinking the forest, making wildlife hunting much easier. Over 1,000 orangutans are being held in shelters like the Animal Rescue Center across the region.
How many we have now? Babies? 15 babies. And this center has been running only for a year. If this is only the ones that we have found, there are many that we never find.
Sanchez is hoping that even a few prosecutions can turn things around.
This can set up a precedent, and we hope that this is going to be an example to do it more often. We have to start exposing to the media that actually people that trade orangutans can be punished.
For Time Video and the International Reporting Project, this is Jacob Templin in West Kalimantan, Indonesia.